This here is my 2006 F650 that I'm going to be building into a roll-off truck. It's got a Cat C7 with a Spicer 7-speed transmission.
Daddy,
What?
you need to get a new truck.
I think this one's great.
No,
Yeah.
I'm just pretending.
Oh, okay. Anyway, I'm going to be building a roll-off truck out of it. That's what I do for my side job. Is run roll-off dumpsters. So basically what I'm going to have to do is build this up about 7 inches to get it over the tops of these fenders. Build kind of a subframe there, and then there's going to be another frame that sits on top of that that tilts up, and it'll come back past the back here, tilt back to the ground so the dumpsters can be drug up by a winch that's going to be up there, and then set it back down, drive away. But this is going to be kind of my first real video series. We'll see how it goes, but y'all stay tuned. Let me know if you have any questions. Can you help me?
I thought you helped pick up the truck.
That way.
Hey, that looks like a baby on this bit, on this part. Hey, that looks like a baby on this. Hey, that looks like a baby on this. Hey, that looks like a baby on this. Hey, that looks like a baby on this.
Perfect. Whoops.
Good.
You're not done yet.
Yes, I am.
Huh?
Are you doing good down there? Are you? Are you doing good down there?
Huh?
Are you doing good down there?
No, I need your help.
Yeah, that's what I want to say. So can you help? Dad, what is that?
It's a plug.
Plug?
Yep.
Oh. What is it for?
Huh?
What's it for?
To plug stuff in. All right, pull on the end of that. No, turn it like that. There you go. Perfect. All right. Now set it right here. And you're gonna do it again when I tell you, okay?
Do it.
Just a minute.
Do it.
Just a minute.
Now?
Just a minute. Right now.
I can't.
We'll try it again.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Keep.
Yep.
And
Keep pulling. You get it?
box.
Huh?
Move
Let's
that.
go back. Now pull it. Good job. Perfect, sister.
This one's already done.
All right. Now we're gonna do this one, okay?
Okay.
Same thing.
Yeah. What? Will I go off? Who will stay on here?
Yeah. All right, that's what I'll tell you, okay?
Okay. So, Daddy,
Huh.
I think there's enough hole.
It's okay. Wait till I tell you.
Okay.
Okay, go for it.
It took off.
We'll put it back on and turn it.
It's too hard.
We'll try again.
I can't keep it up.
We'll try it one more time.
No.
I need your help, sister.
But I'll go under there and you.
Huh?
I'll go under there and you.
Well, you can't really do anything down here, baby. I need your help up there. Can you try to ratchet that back and turn it again? You get it?
No. I want you to do it. I think I'm doing it.
No, you gotta go the other way.
How do you even do that? Okay, you're stronger than me. Ah, that fell. Daddy, I'll go put it where it's supposed to go.
Give y'all a little update on the old F650. Making a little bit of progress here. Finally got my metal in. While I was killing time waiting on that, got this toolbox kind of mocked up. That's where my hydraulic pump and batteries and stuff like that are gonna mount inside there. I say mocked up, it's held up with a Harbor Freight jack, but is what it is. This is gonna be what I'm gonna call a subframe. I don't know what I'm doing, so I'm just making up words. But this is 7 inches, and that's got to make it be above that fender so that when the dumpster is pulled on that way, it'll clear that. So that's 1/4 inch wall, 3x7 rec tube. You got to get all that tacked up. That's about where we're at right now. I'm gonna do brace there, cross brace here, another brace along this frame rail, and another cross member about right here or so. Before we get too far into this, I need to reiterate, I have pretty much no idea what I'm doing. We're just kind of winging it. It's either gonna work or it won't. Little 650 update for y'all. If y'all didn't like my welding ability, you're really gonna hate my cutting torch ability. Got all these rollers roughed in. Welded on the outside, welded on the inside. Got grease certs on all of them, so they'll roll pretty easy. We'll see how it goes. Making progress. God dang, y'all are some critical sons of guns, man. Anyway, here's one for the Tic Tac engineers out there. I got that piece of 3/8 inch steel. Of course, it's going to be welded all the way across the top. I've got 5/8 grade 8 bolts going through the frame. That's 3 foot long. And then back here, I have those 4 grade 8 bolts. That's going to be welded across the top there. What I need to know is, y'all reckon those 2 supports are going to be enough to hold this thing? Because drilling anywhere else in this frame here, which I really wanted to do, is going to be a pain in the ass because I can't get a drill in between these 2 things. So let me know if y'all think that'll cut it. I think it will. We'll see. There's like 10 of y'all following along with this thing now, so I figured I'd give you a little update. I haven't got to do much because I have this real job. Been too busy, but got that bracket roughed in. Still got to weld it. Got that one done. Welded on both sides. Got that one done. That one's stitch welded across the top. This is what I've been working on here. This is gonna be where those cylinders mount. It's gonna mount like right here, probably. Run up this way, and it's gonna tilt that bed, which is gonna be that whole thing right there. That's pretty much all I've gotten done. I think this will probably be strong enough. Still got to kind of square all that up, but I figure if the cylinder's mounted right here, there's not going to be that much force pushing against it. Most of my loads are only 2 tons or so, so it shouldn't be too bad. What I might do is run another piece of square tubing from here all the way through to the back, and then brace it from down here back up to this hitch, because that's like freaking 1/2-inch plate right there, so that would probably be pretty sturdy. I'm also going to put another piece of square tubing welded right there. I don't know, we're going to kind of have to play that by ear, but anyway, so that cylinder is going to mount there, push up that way, and that's what's going to tilt the whole thing. That's kind of where we're at right now. I guess I will keep y'all posted as I make more progress. The only other thing I've done, I've got both those rails with the rollers done. There's one, there's the other one. This is going to be doubled up right here all along this side, because the hinge point is going to be right here, so I figure that's where most of the stress is going to be. So I'm going to go ahead and stitch weld that all the way down. But yeah, that's about it. Also got holes cut on that side so I can get to the grease certs that are on the hinges. That one's angled, but the other ones are straight. You get the idea. But that's where we're at. Well, TikTok fixing to have us a learning moment. Hope you can learn from my mistakes. So, got this bracket all nice and pretty welded up with my little shackle there made from a old plow shank. All nice and pretty. Anyway, point of the story is, think about every aspect of everything you're mounting before you mount it, which I did not do. My first problem is this fitting. I had this whole cylinder mounted the other direction, so flip-flop that way, and that fitting would bump against this bracket right here. So I thought, oh, no big deal. We'll just flip the cylinder around, we'll run our hoses elbow out this way and go do whatever we need to do on that side. But problem with that is I'm gonna try to do this one-handed. This thing weighs 37 metric shit tons, but tilt that up. When that goes all the way up like it needs to be almost 90 degrees to be able to get the dump angle that I need. That fitting is gonna get into there, and there's no way to avoid that, and there's no way to put a hydraulic fitting on there. So my only solution I can think of is to cut this off, move it down here almost to the bottom, which would solve that fitting, the problem of that fitting, because the hose could run underneath the frame. It would stay underneath the frame the whole time, and that would solve all of my problems, I think. But it just is a lot of it's a bad angle to be pushing that low on all this stuff, I think. But if y'all got any better ideas, I'm all ears. If I had $1 for every time I said, oh yeah, that should be fine, that'll hold. Probably have enough money to pay somebody that knows what they're doing to do this. All right, everybody, finally got my cylinder thing figured out. Made a little progress on this. Y'all can actually kind of see how this is actually going to work now. So the dumpsters are going to roll on this piece right here. I got that doubled up all the way down. Got holes drilled, so maybe y'all can see it. Grease certs in there. Zerts, whatever the word is. It's all the way back. I don't know how long this is going to be yet, but it's going to be shorter than that. I'm just going to wait until I figure out the dump angle before I cut it off. Obviously, I'm going to have to put another DOT bumper thing in there. But this is going to pivot right here, like that. These cylinders, pretty self-explanatory. Pushes up that way, Just gonna cause that to go up that way, somewhere way up there. I know everybody said this probably ain't gonna work, but man, 1/4-inch wall tubing, welded on both sides, that support up there. I don't see it going anywhere. I guess only one way to find out, but most of my loads are only 2 tons, 3 tons max, so I think it'll be all right. Until it's not, and then we'll figure something else out. But that's what we got so far. Now I just got to build the other side, build the middles, build the cross members here, and then hydraulic hoses, wires for the electric winch that's going to go up top, and a tarpon machine right there, and we'll be done. So feels like we're actually making some progress now. We'll see how it goes. Y'all ready for the big reveal? It's time to lift this sucker up, show all the haters that it does work. Just kidding. I don't have any hydraulic lines yet. But while I have you all here, I got some questions. I have a cylinder on each side here. One here, one over there. Y'all know the drill. What do I need to do to make sure that they go up and down at the exact same time? My plan is to run a hose from that fitting over there across here to this fitting for the power down. Same thing on this side. From that fitting that's over there to over there for the power up. And then there's going to be a T in it from each one that runs from here back here into this electric over hydraulic motor. But how do I ensure that they both go at the same time? I don't know how hydraulics work. If y'all haven't figured this out yet, I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just winging this, figuring it out as I go along. Probably end up trying to copy what's on my trailer, try to get as close as I can to that, and hope for the best. If y'all got any better ideas, let me know. Well, I finally got the winch mounted. Picked up my first dumpster today. All that went pretty good. Just kind of a proof of concept, empty load. Still got a couple things left to do. I need to build some brackets for the tarper. So I'm probably going to get another piece of that 7x3 rec tubing, mount it here. It's going to come out here, come up over, tarper will sit up there. I got this winch all mounted. Got some old plow shanks because that's what I'm using for everything. Mounted on both sides right here. All these holes drilled in on both sides of this are for a Warren winch. So a Warren winch mounts a little bit different than this Smittybilt does. It mounts on the inside, and I wanted to keep that option open in case this Smittybilt thing didn't work out. They put way too much freaking cable on this. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong or what, but whenever that cable's wound up all the way up here, when it pulls a dumpster, it like cracked this little support thingy. So I'm gonna have to get another one of those. I need to take about 30 or 40 feet of that cable off anyway, because it comes with 100 foot, which is way more than I need. Couple other little things I learned. I thought I had that tied up out of the way, but it broke, and I don't know if you can see it, but kind of wore out the bottom of that rubbing on that drive shaft. So I'm going to get a shorter hose so that it'll be taut all the way across there. We won't have to worry about that anymore. But everything worked good whenever I loaded it up the first time, so that's pretty exciting. I did get this old Lodar wireless remote set up. So everything's wireless now, which is pretty cool. That runs the winch also. That right there. Bought that sucker off eBay. It's kind of a pain in the ass to wire up because this is the receiver's back there, and you have to plug all these little wires into the wires for the electric over hydraulic pump. And I also had to run these wires in from the winch that follows those battery cables, and that's it's all wired into the same thing. So that's how the winch runs wirelessly, and it took a while to figure out what wire does what because there's no diagrams on anything. Still got to box in all my ends. I've got to build, there'll be another support that comes across in here somewhere to where the back of my dumpsters come in, and there's this little point that'll stick out this way that hooks into a box on the end of the dumpsters to keep that from going forward also. I need to figure out a way to mount a snatch block, so I need somewhere to hook a hook on this side because I'm gonna have my cable run down there through a snatch block on the dumpster and back up this way and hook here, double the winch power. So I need to engineer something to go here. I don't know how to do that yet. Any ideas? Let me know. I figured I'd make a little bitty progress update video and show you how freaking cool this thing looks at night. It's actually not showing up that good, but it's got a couple of chicken lights missing there. But anyway, it's freaking cool. I'm kind of sad my lights up there get covered up by this whole thing, but back of it's pretty legit. Looks cool at night. The one thing, couple things I have done this week, made my DOT bumper thing there. I looked up all the specs to how high it needs to be off the ground, how far back, all that kind of stuff. So we got that all lined out. Got my hook here that the back of the dumpsters are going to slide into. I didn't have any stock that was that size, so I had some round stock that I just ground down, welded together. There we are. That's really all the progress I made. I welded a big ass shackle over there. That's where my snatch blocks, well, the snatch block will be on the dumpster end, but this cable right here will actually hook there. It's a 40-ton, 1-inch D-ring, whatever it's called. So hopefully that'll hold. If not, if it rips out, I'll just throw it through my dumpster and that'll be the end of it. Figure something else out. But all I have left is a tarper and then some paint. We'll be done. I'm that close to getting this thing finished. We're almost there. Stay tuned. Well, boys and girls, we did it. We're done, pretty much. At least ready for the old field trials. Once I figure out what breaks, fix all that, I'm gonna come back and box in all these ends and stuff like that. Box in all those, cut slants at the end of those. But got our tarper mounted. Not playing this out perfectly to where my exact center line was gonna be right on that support there. Yep, playing that. Totally playing that. That definitely was not an accident that wound up to be right where I need it to. But these are spring loaded, so it tries to pull it back this way all the time. And got the little control thing here. Wind, unwind. So that'll go back. Tarp the box. I'll end up about right there or wherever. But that's it. I don't really love the way all this came out. The way this switch had to mount was kind of stupid, and I need to figure out something different with all this nonsense. But that is for a later date. We got to get this thing on the road and see what works. Got my snatch block down there connected to that big ass D-ring there. We're good to go. Time to go run some dumpsters. Hope it works. Let's take bets. What do y'all think is going to be the first thing to break? I don't know. It might all break. I have no idea. I built the thing, and I'm not very good at building stuff. It might just fall apart. Who knows? Let's take a vote. What do y'all think it's going to be?
Had to make some more ground clearance. Cut off that bottom bumper and cut this thing down shorter. So just about a foot, maybe a little more. We'll see how it works.
It's the maiden voyage. We'll see how it goes. Come on. Let's go.
the empty loaded up. Let's rock and roll. See what happens. Kinda nervous. Sure looks good though. Half of being good is looking good.
Fixing to tell y'all a story. A perfect planning gone awry. Behind that curtain looks like a bad scene from Dexter murdering the Hulk. There's green paint everywhere. Looks like Lainey Wilson sat on Mike Wazowski and spilled his guts all over everything. Looks like Flubber and Kermit the Frog got in a fight. So what happened was, had this all nice and planned out, put this plastic everywhere, everything was gonna be perfect, so I could paint this here dumpster truck. What I did not take into account was freaking paint on the plastic getting stuck to the bottoms of my boots, which in turn ripped down all the sheeting that I had everywhere. So I got overspray on my black fenders. I haven't ripped that off yet, but I don't even want to know what's under that. It's probably not going to be good. That was all perfect up there. All this got ripped off. We got overspray all down in there that I didn't want. What a freaking disaster. Then to make matters worse, my nozzle started clogging up. Got freaking drips everywhere. The whole thing kind of looks like crap. But whatever, it's a dumpster truck. It's not like I'm painting the Mona Lisa here. I'm gonna get all this paint ripped off, all this tape ripped off and see what the damage is. It's fine, we're fine, everything's fine. I don't know. It'll look good going down the road at 70 miles an hour, I guess. Just need to paint, touch-ups, repaint that black stuff on the fenders, and we'll be good. I don't know, man. I hate painting stuff. This is not good. This is not good. Live and learn, ladies and gentlemen. Live and learn.